Hi, my name is Stacy and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my second video that I'm doing and I'm kind of excited. My first video was, it was amazing. And I know it was amazing because my mother told me so. And she is apparently always right. So there you go. Anyway, on this video, I'm going to be talking about the new Chanel foundation. Get them in focus. There we go. And this is the one that combines skincare along with, I think it's medium coverage. Now, overall, I kind of like Chanel foundations, most of them. They tend to be very pretty, very nice on the skin. The shade range, it depends on the formula you're talking about. I know over the past few years they've worked on expanding the range, but there's always room for more. But for this particular foundation, I thought the range was overall pretty good. Now, the claim on this one is that it combines skincare featuring camellia oil. And I'm just going to read briefly from the site. Just, not every single thing, but just so you get the gist of it. And it says it's enriched with red camellia oil. This moisturizing fluid foundation helps protect the skin from external aggressors and maintain a youthful appearance. It also helps soften the skin and provide all-day comfort. With continued use, the complexion appears more beautiful and radiates with a youthful glow, luminous finish, buildable coverage for face. Anyway, the shade I got was BD41. And pretty bottle. My camera would focus. There we go. Comes with a pump. And this is the shade that I've used previously in their other foundations, and it suited me pretty well. I'm also going to be using some other Chanel makeup that I have. I'm going to try my best to do like a full face of it. Why not? Since we work with the foundation, why not? So to get started, my skincare is already on. I've never tried Chanel skincare. So, and there goes the plane. I've never tried Chanel skincare. I'm kind of curious about it. And if I really like this foundation, then I'm curious about the skincare that they've released along with this foundation that has the camellia oil. Curious about that. But for primer, I'm going to be using Sisley Double Tenseur. Expensive is all get out, but really nice, really pretty. And my mirror is right here. I'm kind of trying not to keep my head down too much, but yeah. I'm just gonna pump one pump on the back of my hand and dot. Just trying to dot in the areas where I feel like I need more coverage. For me, the cheeks and my chin. Broken capillaries there. And some leftover acne scars. I'm going to be using handy dandy just makeup sponge here. Doesn't look bad. Nice. I need more. I like a good, solid medium coverage for foundations. Just a little bit more. But if you like a lighter coverage, one thin layer will be fine. It does have a slight fragrance, but it doesn't smell like heavy and overly perfumed. But, it's not unscented. So, if you are like anti-fragrance, then maybe this one won't be for you. Wow. That did a nice job of helping with that. I mean, it's not like concealer level coverage, but it actually looks really, really pretty. Turn that light back off. It looks really nice. Let me see if I can zoom in so you guys can see like how it's sitting on the skin. I think it looks nice. Back out. Okay. Maybe not that far. Okay. I think it looks really pretty. My skin looks very smooth. It almost looks like I put not a smoothing primer. I don't use those. They tend to break me out. But it almost looks like if you put a really finely milled powder. Sorry, it's this. What you're seeing is mirror here. It almost looks like if you put a very finely milled powder on your face, but it doesn't look dry or cakey, and it doesn't feel dry or cakey. It feels very comfortable. I'm good with this coverage. This is good for me. Now, if I get really up close, I can see a few imperfections peeking through, but I don't mind that. That doesn't really bother me. Hey guys, so sorry. Battery died, so I had to scramble to find my backup battery. Anyway, next up would be concealer, and I do not have a Chanel concealer. I've tried, I think it's the only one they have, but I tried it and I do not like it. I know they've updated the formula since then, so maybe I'll give it another shot, but the old formula that I tried a couple years ago, it just did not work for me. It didn't have enough coverage and it did not last. I found myself reapplying it after only 4 hours. But anyway, it's one thing if I was like working and then I'm going to go out with friends later, and so I do a little touch up and maybe intensify some things and, you know, put on a different lip color or something like that. But I don't like reapplying my makeup throughout the day. I like to be a one and done kind of person. So that concealer did not work for me at all. It also looked kind of drying under the eyes. Instead, I'm going to be using the Hourglass concealer. I don't know which shade this is off the top of my head because the sticker that was on the bottom of this fell off. I don't know, but I'll look it up and link it below. Okay. Really good. Everything looks, I'm looking at the monitor here. Yeah, I like that. It looks just like my skin. And that's how I like my foundations to look, as skin-like as possible. Okay, so I guess powder. I have the Chanel loose powder, and I have the old version. I believe they've reformulated this, and I know it's gotten mixed reviews because of the added ingredients to it and the fact that apparently this new version can be irritating to some people. I have plenty left of this, so I didn't pick that up, but I'm just going to use the old version. And this is in the shade Translucent 2. Okay. And this is a really pretty powder. It looks beautiful on the skin. I'm going to use the Rephr Large Powder brush in 06. I'm going to do brows. I don't have any Chanel brow products. I don't even know if they make any. It's weird. Instead, I'm going to be using the Anastasia. This is the brow definer, and I have it in the shade dark brown. Typically, I don't like eyebrow pencils this shape. I like the real skinny ones. But in terms of brow pencils shaped like this, This is my favorite one. It's a lot easier to use than I thought it would be. And the formula I just think is really good. So if you like this kind of wider flat top shade, I think you'd like this one. All right, for a shadow, I have two. I have the Beiges, and it's called the Indispensable palette. I'm not even going to try and fumble my way through French, but it's this palette. Yeah, and it's so pretty. It really gives you all you need for a nice neutral look, and then it's got some accents of gray and here and gold. Really pretty. The other palette is also a Beiges palette. Yes. And this one is the Intense palette. And it's kind of like an accent to the previous one, the Indispensable palette. Smaller, but you get, I don't know if you can really tell here with my lights, but you get like two lighter golden browns, a burnished gold, and almost like this muted khaki color. It's very nice. I don't know, maybe I'll just use a mix of the two. So, yeah. I'm going to start with the shade right here. They don't have names. I don't know what they are. I like to kind of start high, tilt my head back, and then go here, and then lower to get that into the crease just a little bit higher. I feel like it helps my eyes look a little more open, a little larger. Next up, the darker shade here. It's like a deep brown. Now I want to use a couple, I really want to use that sort of darker khaki color in this, and I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. Actually, I'm going to use this one. It's from Sigma, and it is their shader crease brush. take the brush that I originally had and just go back over just to blend that a little bit more. I like this. Okay. I'm going to use another Rephr brush. It is the P21. It's just a flat brush like this. I want it for the sort of golden color. I'm going to go back to the Indispensable palette and use this pale color right here. Almost like a cut crease without all that work. My version of it. Again, brush with money, go back into the environment. Keeping it high. Something on the brow bone, that pale shade again. I'm going to continue with the Le Beige theme, and we'll be using this for bronzer, and it is in the shade Sunset. Okay, and I'm just going to go and use the fluffy powder brush again. And for blush, let me tell you guys, I love Chanel blushes. Well, this formula, when they look like this. I love these blushes. All you do is find a shade that works for you, and the formula is so pretty. It lays on the skin beautifully. It doesn't emphasize texture. And for someone like me who really wasn't into blush until quite recently, like a few years ago, they're not intimidating to use. You can build up the color. You absolutely can, and get it very intense if you want, or you could just do a sheer wash of it. They are beautiful, and I think they're absolutely worth it. I'm going to go in with another Rephr brush, 05. I think it's just a cheek brush. And the shade I have is Golden Sun. And when at first I looked at this, I thought, what a strange blush color. Because I'm used to like the mauves, the pinks, the coral, stuff like that. I really hadn't seen this one. It almost looks like you took a traditional blush color and mixed it with bronze. And I wasn't expecting much. It was the first Chanel blush I ever bought. And the way this just warms up the skin, it's so pretty. And it wasn't like too pink or anything like that. And it has such a pretty finish. It just gives like a little glow to the skin without looking like a highlighter. And wow, I went really intense on this side. I don't normally do that. Okay, you know what? It's all right. I'm going to take the sponge and just go over it just a little bit, because it's It's a little bit more than I wanted. I don't like a ton of blush. Alright, I'll just balance this out on this side. But it's so pretty. Highlight. They call this an illuminating blush powder, but it's a highlighter. I don't know why it's a blush powder. Maybe they meant like blush topper, because so pretty. You know what? I'm going to use this brush that comes in here. Why not? It has a good shape to it. It's incredibly soft, and it follows the contours of your face. You can see them? That's pretty. And we'll do a little down the center. Nose. Why not? A little over the eyebrows. Make stuff glow. Yeah. Brushes, they're not bad. Now, will they take the place of like your other brushes? No, but they're good to have, like if you're traveling or something. Okay, last up, I'm going to do some mascara. I kept the box so I could see the name. It's the Intense Mascara. It's supposed to give you volume, length, curl, and separation. I don't want to butcher the French name, so it's the Intense Mascara. And it has like the rubberized wand, and this wand is not painful. Some of them that have the plastic wands, they feel like they're like carving out your eye. I don't understand it, but this one's actually flexible. If it really does much in terms of curling. Volume, yes. Length, yes. More volume than length. Curl, I think that's a stretch. It doesn't seem to like straighten out your lashes. So if you curl them, I never use an eyelash curler. I have one. Never use it. I don't think this would cause you to lose the curl in your lashes, but I don't think it helps either. Okay. I like that. Yay. Alrighty, I am done with, oh wait, I forgot about the lip gloss. How could I do that? I love Chanel glosses. I love them the way I love Chanel blush. Beautiful, wonderful formula, incredibly hydrating. Every time I put one of these on, I feel like it makes your lips look a little fuller because they're so hydrating. I love that. And the way it's shaped, it follows the curve of your lip. I meant the way the applicator is shaped. Oh, brother. And this doesn't have the shade name on it, but the shade number is 716. Yay. Okay, now I'm just going to spray with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, really long title. I like it. Ooh. Oh boy, yes. Let that dry. So I am going to go ahead with the rest of my day. I have like stuff to do around here and then also some errands to run. So I will be wearing a mask when I'm out and about. I'm wearing the N95s. Those kind of suction cup to your face. So we'll see how the foundation does. You know, when you're wearing a mask that is that fitted, you expect makeup transfer. Sorry, it's just going to be there. Just depends on how much and how bad it looks when you take the mask off. So I guess I'll find out when I get home. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys then. Okay. Hi guys. I am back from a very, very long day. I have had this makeup on for over 12 hours at this point. I am tired. I am so sleepy. I need to go to bed. I need to wash my face and go to bed. You can see I have my glasses on. Sorry if you see the lights reflecting. Anyway, I have my mirror right here, and the foundation actually doesn't look too bad. I did have a mask on the vast majority of the day, over 8 hours worth. And like I said before, I was wearing the N95, so pretty tight to the face. But what I can see, I think it actually looks pretty good. I'm just going to turn on the light from the mirror so I can get a better look. Obviously, foundation's rubbed off of my nose and a little bit on my chin, you know, where the mask is tight to the face. You know what? I can still see some blush and bronzer there, just a little bit. Highlight's gone. Mascara gave up on me a long time ago. And concealer, it's there, but I have so much smudging now from the mascara and it's flaking. You know, it's been 12 hours, so everything's just kind of falling apart. Let me take off my glasses here, and I'll just scooch close. Oops, turn this light back off, and you guys can see. So overall, I think not bad. Actually pretty good considering the length of time I've had this on, along with wearing a mask. I think it did an overall good job. I'm going to continue to wear this, see how I like it. Wear it again tomorrow. I won't be out and about tomorrow. I'll be hanging out here and doing work at home. So I'm curious to see how it looks when you don't have the mask rubbing off part of the makeup. So actually, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear it again tomorrow and then follow up at the end of this, just so I can compare the 2 days. Okay, I will see you guys then. I have to go to sleep. I don't even know what I just said made any sense. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Hey guys, back again. I just wanted to sort of give you my final thoughts on the Chanel foundation. I love it. I had it on for the last 6 hours here. This is, you know, a brand new day. Finally got some sleep, and I've just been working here at home, so no mask required. And it is held up just so beautifully. It looks great. Now, I will say though that this time of year, I would probably prefer the Chanel, what's it called, the Vita Lumiere Aqua, because it's a little more hydrating than this one. But this is one where, because the formula is kind of smack dab in the middle of a dewy foundation and a matte one, it's one of those more natural finishes that I could probably wear it more times a year than that one. That one is great for right now when my skin is drier and I need a little bit more moisture. But this one I think is going to be really good for kind of like more months out of the year where your skin isn't excessively oily or excessively dry. If you're a combo like me, if you have dry skin, you could absolutely wear this foundation, but make sure you're doing all your skin prep. So whatever moisturizer you normally use, whatever primer, you're going to need that. Same thing with oily skin. I don't think this would make you any more oily. I didn't notice that in my T-zone where I tend to be the oiliest. But I will say, if you have very oily skin, you're going to want to prep your skin the way you would normally do. So whatever oil-free moisturizer you use, or if you use a mattifying primer, you're going to want to set it with powder or however you normally set your makeup. You're going to want to do all of that. But I think this is going to be a good foundation for a lot of people. It just comes down to, can you find your shade match? So, yeah, I guess that is it. I am finally finished with this review. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll come back for the next one. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you then. Take care. Be well. See you next time. Bye-bye.